All right. It's Kevin Garcia, aka the Puerto Rican Kid KG. I'm here with this young fly guy. My man almost slipped on them things, but definitely drippy. The Coogie's fly, man. Nah, no doubt. Look, we're gonna get right to it. I ain't gonna take too much of your time. Obviously, you've been in the news recently for a couple different things. I'm gonna start with the Zay Quinn thing. I saw y'all met up. What'd you think about that? Are y'all cool a little bit? Because it didn't seem like, you know, it was like on site, like y'all was about to fight. Y'all was just kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, there's no beef. You know, it's just boxing. It's boxing beef, kind of, you know, just building up the fight. No, but definitely no beef. You know, I wish nothing bad. I wish nothing but the best for him and his family and stuff, you know. But, yeah, it's just boxing at the end of the day and, you know, competition.
How do you deal with it? Because honestly, like, Zay Quinn and you will be a dope fight. Y'all got history. But y'all both young, man. Y'all, like, got a lot of time to let it season and marinate and get a big bag. Like, How do you feel about it? Like, is it, I want to get this over with now? Or are you thinking, or you have people at least in your ear, like, man, let that thing cook a little bit?
No, I would definitely want it, like, now or soon at least. But, you know, I have no problem letting it cook up a little. You know, not too long, though. You know, maybe in the next 3 years for sure. You know, I don't see what's the wait, you know, like the big long wait for, like kind of what Tank should do. I don't see why they doing all that. You know, fight now with like they're already big names. Me and Zay Quinn both. You know I'm a big name. Zay Quinn becoming a big name with his cousins backing, you know, and Eddie Hearn. So, you know, I don't see why it should take a long time.
I think boxing is changing. Obviously, you know, older folks like myself and maybe the old guard, we used to seeing two fighters' name get mentioned for a lot of years, and then eventually they meet and, you know, they both make a lot of money. But it's exciting to hear, you know, from the younger generation that, like, yo, let's fight now. Let's get this shit over with and see what happens, right? So we'll see. But I mean, it's got to shock you, right? You a few fights into your career, Tank is well established. What do you think about him saying, you know, the comments he said, you're not a trench baby, Zay is, and just talking about you at all at this point? What do you think that says about you?
I mean, it says a lot about me, you know. It shows that he's obviously threatened by me about something, you know. I stay on his mind. I don't know why, what's up with him, but, you know, end of the day, you know, Tank's a good fighter. He's a great fighter, you know, got a lot of skills, but, you know, as far as his personality, I don't really know, you know. But, end of the day, I'm gonna just keep working, doing me. And I don't really see what being a trench baby got to do with fighting skills at the end of the day.
Facts.
You know, a lot of people, you know, they like to glorify that. You know, that makes you fight good. I thought it was skills, but you know, at the end of the day, me and Zay Quinn gonna meet up eventually, and I'm gonna show the world.
Say less. Last question for you, and I'll let you out of here. I appreciate your time. When can we expect you back, and at what weight?
At 135. You know, that's the weight I decided to campaign at. I want to win my first title at 135, and you know, I feel strong at the weight.
What's good, YouTube fam? Your boy KB back to build on this boxing and give it its just due. Make sure you give me my just due. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notifications on. We on the road to 10K, we're a little over 100 away. Let's get to it, man. So recently, man, there's been a lot of back and forth about comments made between Tank Davis and, you know, Curmel Moton, who many people was pegging to be the next Tank Davis or calling him Tank Davis 2.0, which I totally disagree with, simply because they have totally different fighting styles. But, you know, it's been a little rocky. I mean, it started out, it seemed like seemed like Curmel Moton and Gervonta Davis had a pretty cordial relationship, but it seemed like the conflict of interest came in when you know, Curmel came out and openly vouched for Floyd Mayweather, and Tank Davis removed him from one of his cards. Now you fast forward to today, Gervonta Davis gave his opinion on Curmel Moton as a fighter. He said he think he's overhyped or he's all hype, and he felt like Zay Quinn Moses was a better fighter, you know, and a trench baby. And you know, Zay Quinn Moses is a hell of a fighter. Curmel Moton didn't take too kindly of the comments that Tank Davis made, and he went on to say, you know, bro is a hoe. You know, his ass is sensitive, and he said, you know, I'll put belt to that boy, talking about Zay Quinn Moses, and that's exactly what he's supposed to say. But I kind of hate that instead of Curmel being able to grow under the wing, or under the tutelage of the Mayweather Promotions, or even a Tank Davis, you know, growing under him, it seems like they more at odds and they not even competitors for whatever reason. But as I stated earlier, I think, one of the things that kind of makes their relationship rocky is the fact that Curmel Moton has a cordial working relationship with Floyd Mayweather, who many feel like Tank Davis fell out with, and as a result, they're just no longer cool. And his boxing for you is life, but at the end of the day, man, I would like to see Curmel Moton just keep growing, because make no mistake about it, him and Zaquan Moses will make a great fight down the line. They already fought as amateurs, and Zay was able to get the decision victory there in a competitive scrap. And it left a lot of people wanting to see this fight as professionals. You heard what Curmel said. He don't mind letting it get a little season on it, maybe 2-3 years, but he want this sooner than later. He don't see what the big holdup is about. I like the energy and the attitude of him, man. He got the throwback fighter mentality. He'll fight whoever, whenever, however. He's all about the smoke. Same with Zaquan Moses. And I just, for one, want to see them two kings keep working, keep winning, so we can see a great fight as a professional between the two. That's my thoughts. Get in the comment section and let me know. Is Tank being super sensitive towards Curmel Moton? And as always, let me know if I gave boxing its just due, because that's what I do over here, Just Do Boxing. Until the next one, I'm out. Peace.